Our mission at Resilient Advisor is to have a significant impact on the retirement crisis by educating and empowering financial advisors to better serve their clients. We bring you industry thought leaders and experts to help you make a difference in the lives of your clients.
Going independent is incredibly rewarding, but most advisors don't end up in the best place for their business. They instead end up getting sold by smooth-talking recruiters, custodian reps, or worst of all, aggregators who don't have their best interest in mind. The Independence Incubator from Resilient Advisor takes a fiduciary approach to independence. Our clients pay us directly for unbiased guidance on the best path for their business. Don't get sold, get educated, and get unbiased guidance. Visit independenceincubator.com to learn more. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of The Resilient Advisor. My name is Jay Coulter. Our mission at The Resilient Advisor is to have an impact on the retirement crisis by empowering and educating financial advisors to make a difference in the life of their clients. Joining me today is Jon Dauphiné, who's the CEO of the Foundation for Financial Planning, and his organization is doing that in real time. We're going to talk about the current state of pro bono financial planning, and later, Adam Holt from AssetMap will be joining us to discuss how his conference, AdviceTech.LIVE, will be supporting Jon's organization in a big way this month. Jon, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Jay. Great to be here.
All right, so I want to start with something that caught my eye and the reason I invited you to come on the show. I love statistics that can validate what people are doing, and your organization is just flat out getting results. For podcast listeners, I'm going to read some of these. Your organization last year awarded over $800,000 to local and national pro bono programs. You guys reached over 43,000 people through your pro bono financial advice, activated over 1,700 volunteer financial planners. You've brought a serious financial planning program to folks who struggle with cancer, and you've attracted almost 5,000 visitors to resources to help people who struggled with the challenges of last year. Jon, that is incredibly, incredibly impressive.
Oh, thank you, Jay. It was an amazing year. It was a challenging year. So many folks, so many advisors stepped up and really, really made a difference. And we were able to bring help to a lot of people and hit some really big milestones. Last year was the year we hit our milestone. Over the lifetime of the foundation, we have granted out more than $8 million, and we have served with one-on-one financial advice and guidance more than 500,000 people in need. So we're really proud of it.
Yeah, so I don't usually start interviews with asking my guests to talk about their company, but this is the perfect way for us to start this interview. Tell us a little bit about the foundation, who you serve, and how it works.
Absolutely. So the foundation was founded 26 years ago by financial advisors who recognized that in their paid practices, they were serving, high net worth individuals. And they really wanted to do more to bring service, bring great fiduciary advice to lower income people who are really struggling. So the foundation was born, and over time, really accumulated an endowment fund that we used to make grants to great organizations. We developed programs to help some of the nation's most vulnerable, like people with cancer. We do free training for advisors, free resources. We do a lot of visibility work to shine a spotlight on this great altruism that's going on in this profession. And, together it makes for a fantastic mission, and one that we're really trying to grow, year in and year out, and get more and more advisors involved.
Yeah. So when you look at the communities that you're serving, how do you guys go about dispersing the funds and then activating these financial planners to go and serve?
Yeah, sure. So we spread the word far and wide that we have our grant program, and then we have many different proposals that come in. And they come in from organizations and, great nonprofits across the country that serve different types of clients. So we do a lot of grant making that supports programs helping domestic violence survivors, people with serious illness, wounded veterans, active military who are often targeted by fraudsters and scammers, and then just general low-income folks as well, people people who don't know much about personal finance, they don't really have meaningful access to an objective expert. And this really gives them that trusted advisor to start making better decisions and creating a roadmap for their financial future.
And so how do these folks come across these resources? I'm talking about the people in need. How do they come across these resources to get this help?
Yeah, so we work with partners across the country, and many of them are, for example, a local United Way affiliate, a Habitat for Humanity affiliate, an AARP office in the community. So it really, really varies. We have tons and tons of partners, and they have deep roots in their communities. So what we do is help support and fund these programs. And then with a couple partners, we also co-create programs. So we have a big cancer initiative. We have a big initiative with AARP that helps at-risk seniors. And that was especially important last year because of the need, for seniors to social distance. And so we really try to be thoughtful and think about the most vulnerable folks who can benefit the most from this kind of pro bono financial advice. And then we try to bring them together. We also have a website that we just launched last year called probonoplannermatch.org. And if you're a certified financial planner, you can register there. You can browse opportunities to give back. And then we go out to the nation's nonprofits and we allow them to post opportunities for the CFPs to volunteer with their organizations. You don't have to get a grant from us to be a nonprofit that posts there. And so we're a matchmaker, both in virtual contexts and in communities across the country.
Yeah, without a doubt. So tell me a little bit about the experience for a financial advisor if they wanted to start delivering some pro bono advice through one of your organizations. Or is that even how it works, Jon?
Yeah, no, it is. And actually, it's pretty easy. We have a free training. So you can go to our website, ffpprobono.org, look up the volunteers tab. It really talks about how to get involved. We have a free hour-long training. It's online. If you're a CFP, you get a credit. You get a CE credit. And this is really Pro Bono 101. How do you think about beginning to do this work? And then we have lots and lots of resources on our website, everything from worksheets, videos, that dives a little deeper into how to help low and moderate income people, because a lot of our volunteers are used to high net worth. So there can be a bit of a confidence gap there. But what we hear from our volunteers is once they start this work, they have the skill set, they have the knowledge base. And it's really incredibly enriching for them to be able to take their skill set and really help people who have very little margin for error and who normally couldn't access the wonderful asset that is financial planning. So we get advisors. I had an advisor tell me the other day, pro bono feeds my soul, and this is why I got into the business in the first place. And financial planners are helpers, and this is a way to bring that help to people who are truly in critical need.
So if you're a financial planner in Atlanta, Georgia, and you want to start doing pro bono work, if I understand you correctly, you can go to this website, you go in, you sign up, take a course, an hour-long course, and you then, I don't know if credentials is the right word, but you're approved and trained to go and deliver this pro bono advice. Is there business risk to that planner as it relates to the advice they're giving and any type of repercussions that could come from that?
Yeah, so most of the issues that families need help with, the pro bono clients need help with, are things like prioritizing debt, creating a family budget, cash flow management, how to build an emergency fund. So we're not talking million-dollar portfolios, with a lot of risk. And in fact, over time, we have never heard of a claim asserted by a pro bono client against a pro bono planner. So really, the risk is very low. But one additional thing the foundation did last year, just to add to the peace of mind for our volunteers, if you volunteer with one of our grantees, or if you sign up for an opportunity to give back on probonoplannermatch.org, we actually have free E&O liability insurance. It's up to $1 million. And this is automatically made available to the certified financial planners who take our Pro Bono 101 course and then go on to volunteer for one of these opportunities. So really the risks, the liability risks, very, very low, minuscule, in fact. But we also have thought about that and have this offering to keep people feeling confident that they can do this work.
So let me clarify, that E&O does not cover their primary practice, correct?
Correct. Yes, it is for their pro bono activities.
Right.
Yes. But I should say this, Jay, a lot of folks don't know that their regular everyday E&O policy may cover pro bono in addition to paid clients. So advisors need to check with their broker or their agent just to really look at the policy language, but often there is that coverage. And then finally, if you're a member of the Financial Planning Association and they're a partner of ours, they also offer pro bono liability insurance to their members who are doing this type of volunteer work. So really, there is quite substantial coverage out there for advisors.
Okay. So that's the risk. Let's talk about the reward and some of the success stories that you have out there. I'm going to jump here on your website over to the
the R Impact. Go to R Impact, Jay, and
go.
you'll see these are real stories of folks who have been advisors, they've been clients, or they're running a program that connects the client and the advisor. And if you scroll up a little bit there, I'll tell you, just go a little bit further. Here you can see Raven's story there, and that's Raven's child, Noel. Who had a serious cancer, and thank God, recovered, but was under a lot of medical care, very intensive treatments. Raven is a single mom. She had to leave her job because his care needs were so intense. She had 3 other children. She was drowning in debt. The overdraft fees alone were eating her alive. She couldn't get, she really, really was so distracted by his care. She just couldn't get above it. And so her volunteer was wonderful, Robert. And he came in and he really holistically looked at the full picture. He worked very closely with her over a number of months and really helped prioritize spending, debt, thinking about programs she might be eligible for, working with the nonprofit, which in this case was our partner, Family Reach, and really carefully over time getting her out of this debt trap and onto a better, more secure life. And so now that her son Noel is doing much better, she also is doing much better financially. And so when you talk to the advisors that are able to help people that way, again, you hear this was among the most meaningful work I've done, in my practice, whether paid or pro bono, because it really does, come in and shape a life and often improve a life in just profound ways.
Yeah, without a doubt. That's a great story. Noel's adorable there in that picture. Lots of great other success stories on the website. And there's lots of ways advisors can help. They can go and volunteer. They could go and donate. And later this month, Adam Holt of Asset Map is putting on a conference that's going to help this organization. I want to bring Adam into the conversation right now. Adam, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome, both of you. Good to see you.
So let's take this opportunity here and give you a chance to talk a little bit about AdviceTech.LIVE and what you're going to be doing, and then how that's going to help Jon's organization.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate being here. Hello, everybody. AdviceTech.LIVE is a pet project. I think, like most things you'll probably both relate to, you don't realize how big they're going to become until you realize a lot of people have the same concern. So we love what Jon's team is doing and providing an outlet. So most of us who've been financial advice for years, just like you, Jay, I'm a recovering financial planner. I've been in the business for 20 some years. My biggest pain point for a long time has been, we use technology so much in our practices these days. We don't get the insight as to what's coming out. What does the newest tech look like? There are so many different options. I'm used to using the same old legacy tech for years. It's not broken. Let's not fix it. But that means I'm generally ignorant. And so a couple of years ago, given the changes that we all went through with remote experiences, we said, is there a way for us to get insight into what's being built in tech today? So we literally got together 20 CEOs from tech vendors and said, let's put on our own crowdsourced party, not pay to play system, where we're going to literally just get everybody in the industry together to show what they're building. And it became an exciting event last year. And one of the things we realized is that this is a lot of money goes into these events, right? It takes a lot of significant money. We found that we were actually running under budget last year. I guess we had a good financial planner on the team, and we said we can make a difference. Let's give our money back to the industry, and not so anything that we generated over the cost of running the program and getting everybody there. we said, let's give it to our industry specifically. And one of the interesting things about what FFP is doing is we find there's very few organizations in the financial planning community that really focus on the give back opportunity. I think there's a gap here. Last year, we were able to raise about $25,000 for the CFP Board's Diversity and Inclusion Initiative. Obviously, a very big topic last year specifically. This year, we want to go deeper and find a way to invest in people who need accessibility to advice. And when we were introduced to Jon, we said, this is awesome. Let's find a way to lift all boats, provide this outlet for advisors to see the newest tech. All of us will crowdsource it together. $70 gets you in. At this point, we've covered our costs. All the money is going to be going to FFP. We're really excited to do something special. So that's the big vision of what we're doing, and it's on the 19th of August.
And I have to just thank Adam, your team, Asset Map. I mean, we are so excited about this. And it is such an innovative and dynamic conference too. We love being associated with it, but we especially love the commitment to the mission and to really, living the themes of the conference, one of which is accessibility, client engagement. And it's really, really key for these underserved groups to be able to access, as I said, the terrific asset that is financial planning and advice. So we owe you a debt, and we thank you.
Well, thank you. It's easy to contribute back to an organization that's doing so much more. We're just happy to be part of it. And in many ways, for those of you that are partaking, this is not just about Asset Map and our, we might be hosting the party at our house, but this is really about a lot of people that are committing their time and energy. Like I said, 20 firms are sponsoring that group, and that list keeps growing. We're excited to have more and more people jump on, as well as we have fantastic industry speakers like Jay included. We've been lucky enough to get Jay's time. A lot of names that you all know and follow are all speaking here to talk about what's happening in advice and engagement. And of course, financial wellness, probably one of the bigger topics that we've all been kind of hearing buzz. We want to understand what that means. So we're really excited that this is one of the first crowdsourced, non-pay to play community lift all event, and we hope that everybody participates later this month.
Personally, I really love the cause that you're supporting, but the speed demos that are going to be available at this. As somebody who helps financial advisors as part of my business break away, and they have to go through these hour-long demos with all these fintech providers, it's exhausting. And for $70, you get access to all of them in a very short time period. Adam, that is such a great idea.
Cool. Well, we always joke these days that if you don't have attention deficit disorder, you probably learned it as a competitive intelligence thing. We just focus on the fact that nobody has any time. But I don't know many people who want to throw their masks on these days and get on a plane to go see this stuff. Unfortunately, we had to go to conferences in many ways to go see this tech. We really wanted to bring it back to people's homes. And so that is our attempt. We're doing a lot in a single day event, but hopefully that total immersion will really pay off for some people really interested in seeing what's coming out and hearing the themes that you guys are going to talk about.
Excellent. Gentlemen, I appreciate you coming on to share your stories. Adam, I'm looking forward to AdviceTech.LIVE. For podcast listeners, visit AdviceTech.LIVE to get your tickets. And to learn more about the Pro Bono Financial Planning Organization, please visit ffpprobono.org. Gentlemen, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for all the work you do.
Thank you. Take care.